Okay, once again, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Saturday, January 23rd. In this show, we're going to recap what happened last night between ULL, ULM, also Louisiana Tech in college basketball last night. And also we'll have sports news as well. So that's today's show lineup. So we are live. So once again, thanks for joining us. We have 2 viewers. So it looks like we'll send you links over to Twitter, YouTube, and Sportscasters. So we're going to begin doing that now, and we'll go over what happened last night between those 3 schools in college basketball. So let me get this sent over. Okay, we'll send this over to y'all. That's from Sportscaster. That's going to be on Sportscaster there. And I'm going to send it over, send over the links. There's 2 viewers on this one. Let me send this over. Okay, the link is also sent over to the Twitter feeds on Twitter. And I'm going to send over another link over to the YouTube side. And we will send that over in just a second. Let's see if I can get that put in. There we go. Okay, all 3 networks has links. That's from this is from StreamYard. If you want to come in, be a guest on the show, you can do that. That's fine with us. So let's go ahead and go through some college basketball like last night locally here in the Louisiana state of Louisiana. We had ULL playing last night. They played against Arkansas State. Also ULM taking on Texas State, and also Louisiana Tech taking on UTEP. So we're going to go ahead and go over the game recaps of those games. I'm going to do that in a second. So let me go over to the Louisiana Tech page. I'm about to do that in a second. So I'm about to switch it over, send it over to, we'll go to ULL. I'm about to put that up on the screen. Give me a second to send it up. I'm going to go over Louisiana Tech. We're going to go over we're going to go over ULL Raging Cajuns last night. They did play their game last night. They had a pretty good game. I saw the game last night. They did win 81-68 over Arkansas State. So we're going to go over the recaps of this game. Okay, once again, ULL wins their game last night, 81-68. Cedric Russell had 26 points, high for ULL, so that was a pretty good game last night. ULL is now 10-4, 4-3 in the Sun Belt Conference. Louisiana scored 54 points at halftime, stuff like that. So we're going to recap what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the box recap, the team stats. Okay, let's go over the team stats on the screen. Okay, team stats last night. ULL had shot 46%. That's 31 of 67. Arkansas State shot 19 of 55 for about 34%. 3-point shooting. Both teams did not shoot very well on 3-point shots. There was about 26 to 15 difference right there, favoring Arkansas State. But free throws, both teams got on the line, and they did convert their free throws, 84 to 83 for the Cajuns. So the Cajuns did convert their shots, 16 of 19. Also, the rebounding aspects, ULL out-rebounded Arkansas State 39-33. Offensive rebounds, Louisiana out-rebounded Arkansas State 12-9. And also defensive rebounds, Louisiana did out rebound Arkansas State 27 to 24. And on turnovers, ULL did cause 10 turnovers last night. They only had 9 in the game, so that's good. I'd like to see that all the time. When you look at situations, you can't turn over the ball. That's just something you can't do. So I'll be honest with you. This is a very good Louisiana team last night. I saw this game. I saw this game. It was on ESPN Plus. I think it was a good game. It was an excellent played game by Louisiana last night. To tell you the truth, I mean, look, this is going to be like I said, this is going to be a very good team. I think they're going. Will they get into the NCAA tournament? I don't know. It's going. Time will tell. So we'll go over the box scores. I'm going to go through the box scores and see what. Okay, Louisiana players. Let's go through the Louisiana. Okay, once again, your leading scorer was Cuber with 24. So he had 24 points. He shot 10 of 13 shots for Louisiana. Also, Wilson had 10 for Louisiana, and also Russell had 26 for Louisiana as well. Now, off the bench, they had only single-digit scores off the bench, but the players in double figures was from the starting lineups. So I'll be honest with you, this is also Arkansas State leading scorer was Wehmeyer with 13. Also Easton with 15 points, and also they had Farrington with 11. So that was in that game last night. Now the standings as we speak right now, Louisiana and Texas State is tied for first in the conference. So it looks like they're both at 10-4. So I'll be honest with you, both of these teams will be fighting for that for the right to go to the Sun Belt Conference tournament. So both teams right now. So it's going to be a pretty good race when it comes down to the Sun Belt Conference. So once again, Louisiana wins their game 81-68. So we're going to recap ULM up in Monroe. They'll play Texas State once again. So we're going to recap those guys. So we'll go ahead and recap that game from last night. And move this around. I'm going to recap ULM and Texas State last night. They played their game last night. They'll play again later on this afternoon. So Texas State did beat ULM 57-47. So that was a final score, 57-47. Texas State defeated ULM. ULM is now 4-10, 2-5 in the Sun Belt Conference. Okay, ULM did score 13 first half points. That was the lowest in their game. Also, Russell Harrison led the Warhawks with 14 points per game. He only shot 17%. And for the game, it went 1 for 6. So Louisiana just had a very sloppy night. I also saw that game as well. It was a very sloppy game by ULM in general. So we'll break down the numbers. Okay, we'll break down the stats, and we'll break down the box score with you as well. Okay, once again, ULM shot 39%. That was 16 to 41 shots. They also shot 6 of 16, so that's the only bright spot for the Warhawks is only shooting threes, 37% to 40% for the Texas State Bobcats. Free throws, both teams shot in the 60s. Also in the rebounding aspects, Texas State did out-rebound the Warhawks 33-23 and also 7-3 on offensive rebounds and 26-20. Now, the turnovers was 19-17 in favor of the Warhawks. So the Warhawks had 19 turnovers, but they did contribute their defense contribute to 17 costly turnovers for the Texas State Bobcats. So that was in that game last night. So I look at it this way. Look, if Louisiana ULM doesn't get better, look, they're going to be behind the woodshed. So that's one thing they're going to have to do is get a lot better. Because look, Louisiana ULM can be a good team, but when you turn over the ball 19 times against a team like Texas State, you're not going to win many games. That's period. That's just period. End of story. So let's go over the box score. I'm gonna pull it up. The box score. We're gonna go through the box scores and see. Let's go through the ULM box score. Okay, your leading scorer was off the bench. It was Monty with 18 points. So that was their only leading scorer. So it was 18 points for Monty. Their leading scorer for Texas State was Small with 15. Asbury with 11 for the Bobcats. So that was the only leading scorers for the Texas State Bobcats. So I look at it this way: they're 4-10 right now. They're behind the woodshed. They're 2-5 right now. So they're going to have to gain some ground if they're going to make the Sun Belt Conference tournament. So once again, they will play later on this evening. So two games for them this evening for the Bobcats and the Warhawks. It'll be at Fan Union Coliseum. That'll be in Monroe. So that game will be on ESPN Plus. So we'll go over Louisiana Tech now. So we'll switch over to Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech did play last night, so we'll go through a Louisiana Tech recap as well. Okay, once again, update. Oklahoma on top 21-16. That's in the that's the game I'm watching right now on ESPN 21-16. So we'll go over Louisiana Tech. So I'm about to go over Louisiana Tech. So I'm going to switch back to NCAA. I'm going to go to Louisiana Tech. I'm going to go to Conference USA now. We're going to switch over to Louisiana Tech on the screen. So we'll go over Louisiana Tech's game last night against UTEP. They did lose the game 82-74 against UTEP last night. Their next game, Louisiana Tech will take on UTEP again. So it's going to be UTEP at 7 p.m. So it's another game with UTEP. So it's a 2-game series with UTEP. And then they'll have a 2-game series with North Texas. And they'll have one against Southern Miss. So it's a 2-game series. So Louisiana Tech is now 11-5, 4-3 in the Conference USA right now. As of right now, Louisiana Tech is 1 game out of the conference standings. That's in the Conference USA. So that's in the game. So let's go. Let's see what we have. UTSA, I'm going to tell you, this is another game I did watch last night. UTSA and Louisiana Tech. That was another game. It was an excellent game. But they did lose the game 84-72. So I'm going to go over the I'm going to go through the recaps, go through the box stats. Okay, UTEP shot 49%. There was 29 of 59 shots, so they did hit 29 of 59 of their shots. Louisiana Tech hit only 20 of 63 of their shots for about 31%. UTEP was hitting 10 3-point shots in the game. That was good for 38%. Louisiana Tech shot 8 of 24, so they only shot 33% in the game. Also, the free throws, Louisiana Tech shot UTEP 26 to 14. That's kind of about an 8-point difference. So 76 to 66%. Louisiana Tech did out-rebound UTEP 48-34 on total rebounds. Offensive rebounds, they did out-rebound UTEP 18 to 5 and also 30 to 29. So they should have won this ball game. They definitely should have won this ball game with those rebounding numbers right there. Now, the turnovers, they only had 10 turnovers to 8. So that was 10 to 8 in that game versus the UTEP Miners. So that was in those games. So I'll be honest with you, that was just a lofty effort, but not good enough. We'll give you the box score in this game. Okay, your leading scorer for Louisiana Tech was Crawford with 10, Lofton with 20, and Archibald with 11. So Archibald had 11. So it was 4 players in double figures with Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. The leading scorer for UTEP was Williams with 28 and Bond with 24 for them. So that was in the game last night. So Louisiana Tech did lose their game 84-72. So that is your recaps of ULL, ULM, and also Louisiana Tech. So we'll break down the Pelicans. We're going to do that now. So I'm going to go over to covers. I'm going to break down the Pelicans game. So I'm going to switch this over. And we'll break down the Pelicans and Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. They play tonight 7 p.m. We'll have the game on Sportscaster. Okay, I'm going to break down the game between and we'll give you a scoreboard update on college basketball in just a few moments. I'm going to do that. Okay, we're going to go through the game, the Pelicans and Minnesota Timberwolves. They play at 7 o'clock tonight, so we'll go through the matchup breakdown. So we'll break down the matchup. Okay, once again, as we speak, the Minnesota Timberwolves are 3-11. Pelicans are 5-9. Against the spread, the Pelicans right now, they are 5-9 against the spread. Also 8-6 in the over and under. Also in away games at 3-6. Minnesota right now is 6-8 against the spread, and also 6-8 in over and unders. At home, they're 2-6. So right now they're 2-6. That's not a good number to ride home about. So they're 2-6. Now the quick breakdown of this game. So I'm going to go through the numbers. Okay, offensively, the Pelicans are ranked 23rd in points per game. Minnesota's ranked 26th. On defense, they give up 116.2 points a game. Field goal shots in games, Pelicans are shooting 46%. They're ranked 15th in the NBA. Also, Minnesota's ranked 25th on defense, giving up 47.5% of their shots. In three-point shooting, the Pelicans are ranked 26th in the NBA with 33%. And Minnesota on defense is ranked 21st, giving up 37.6% on their three-point shots. Now, free throw shooting, the Pelicans are ranked 27th. That's 71.9%. That is not good enough. They have to be better on the line when it comes down to it. So let's go through the numbers. Okay, the rebounding per game, the Pelicans are ranked 6th. That's the only exception right there. That's the only they're ranked the rebounding 6th, 47 rebounds a game. Also, Minnesota's ranked 23rd with 46 defensive rebounds a game as well. So that's a breakdown. That's a pretty good breakdown right there. Now we'll go through the Pelicans defense. Right now, the Pelicans are ranked 15th in points per game, giving up 110. Minnesota on offense is ranked 26th. They're averaging 100.6 points a game. Now, in defensive field goal shooting, Pelicans are ranked 15th, giving up 45.9. Minnesota is ranked 28th on offense, only shooting 43.5%. That's 43.5%. Now, on three-point shooting, Minnesota's ranked 27th. They only shoot 33%. The Pelicans on defense are ranked 23rd with 38% shooting. So they give up 38% as well. So that's kind of the baddest situation that is happening with this Pelicans team is giving up those three-point shots. Also, points to the paint is really the bad inconsistencies that's been going on with this team. Free throws, Pelicans are ranked 29th, giving up 80.8. Minnesota on offense is 19th. They only shoot 74.6% from the line. Now, in defensive rebounds, the Pelicans are ranked second with 40.8. So they have to continue to keep doing what they're doing. Minnesota on offensive rebounds are ranked 16th with 44.2 rebounds a game. So that's something right there to consider when you do this game tonight. Let's go through the betting trends. I'm going to go through the numbers with you. Okay, let's go through those numbers. Okay, once again, this is for the Pelicans. In the over, the Pelicans are 5-0 in the last 5 games after an ATS loss. So that's something right there. Also, the Pelicans are 6-0 in their last 6 when their opponents allow 100 points in previous games. Also, over, the Pelicans are 4-0 in their last 4 as a favorite, so they're 4-0. Also, they're 8-0 ATS in the last 8 games after allowing more than 125 points in previous games. Also, the Pelicans are 8-1 in their last 9. Now, let's go to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota coming in at 4-0 in their last 4 after straight-up losses. Also, Minnesota is 4-0 in their last 4 games as an underdog. Also, Minnesota is in the over is 4-0 in the last 4 games versus a team with a winning record below 400. Also, the Minnesota Timberwolves are 2-9 in their last 11 with winning with teams that's winning that's below 400 percentage. Also, let's see, the under Minnesota is 4-1 in their last 5 overall. Now, versus, this is what they're talking about. Okay, Pelicans are 3-8 in their last 11 meetings. Also, therefore, Minnesota is 4-0. I'd say again in their last in Minnesota, so it's in Minnesota. So the matchup edge would be right now. Would go to some of it would go to Minnesota. On power rankings would be 22nd. New Orleans, the Pelicans are ranked 11. So these are your index trends right here we're giving you. about the game tonight. So the over and under trends right now with the New Orleans Pelicans, they're ranked in these numbers are pretty good. Now Minnesota also has some pretty good record in this in the over and under. Now the head-to-head trends are kind of shady and stuff like that. So that is what we're talking about. Okay. Minnesota. Let's go through Minnesota's last couple of games. I'm going to go through Minnesota's last 3 games. They played their last 3 games. They did defeat Golden State twice, 99-84. So that was back in January 25th, 27th. Also, they lost to Philadelphia on the 29th. That's in the last 3. Also, in the last 10, this was since January 22nd. They had 4 losses. They had 1 against Orlando, 1 against Atlanta, and 1 against Minnesota. So 1 against Minnesota, and they won some games. They won against San Antonio, but they lost to San Antonio on the night. Now, going back to January 1st, New Year's Day, they lost to Washington. They also lost to Denver, and also lost to Denver at Denver. So that's something right there. That's in the last. Let's go head-to-head. So this is the head-to-head breakdown. Okay, the head-to-head breakdown. The Pelicans' last win against Minnesota was back in 2017 and also 2019, where the Pelicans won 122-117. The Pelicans' last one was back on February 8, 2019, and also November 29, 2017. So Minnesota, and the last one was March 8th. So it was a couple of wins for this. There was a look back in this one. Okay, the last starters. This was in the game. Okay, Brandon Ingram went 8 for 14 in the last couple of games. Also, Zion Williamson went 9 for 14. Steven Adams went 4 for 9. Eric Bledsoe went 4 for 12. And Alonzo Ball went 6 for 15. Now, for the Minnesota Timberwolves, their last starts was Oka Greer. He had 1 for 4. Vanderbilt had 5 for 10. Reed was 6 for 7. Beasley 7 for 11, and Russell 2 for 9 in the games. Now the referees are going to be Zach Zilver, Eric Smith, and Andy Nagy. So that's going to be the reps for the tonight's game. Now the stat analysis. We're going to break down the stat analysis on Minnesota scoring. Okay, Minnesota in the first quarter, they scored 26 points a game. In the first quarter, that's on offensive side. In the second quarter, they score about 27 points. In the third quarter, they scored 24. And also they scored 27 in the fourth quarter. So they'll score those numbers. The total numbers is 106.1, but their numbers is kind of in the high ranks. Now the defensive numbers. Let's go through their defensive numbers. Minnesota will give up 29 points in the first quarter. They'll also give up 28 in the second quarter, 29 in the third quarter, and also it'll go down to 27 in the fourth quarter. So that's something right there. Now for the Pelicans, let's go over to the Pelicans side. Defensively, the Pelicans give up 110.9 points a game, but they'll give up 26 points in the first quarter. They'll also give up 30 points in the third quarter. Second quarter. So second quarter, they'll go 30 points. And then third quarter, they'll go 28.5, 28.4. And then they will give up 24.7 points. So that's how the breakdowns goes for the now for let's see, Minnesota's offense. So let's go over Minnesota's offense. Okay, and field goals percentage, they shoot 43%. They also make 39 of 91 shots. So they'll go 39 of 91 shots. Now, the defense for the Minnesota Timberwolves, they'll give up 43 of 90 shots in games. So that's something right there that the Pelicans are going to have to do, is slow them down, because they'll give up those 43 points. So that if you can benefit on those points, that'd be a great, excellent. Now the 3-point shooting, Minnesota will give up 37 percent of their 3-point shooting. They'll give up only 12 of 32 shots on defense. So if you can benefit from that, that would be a great thing. Now the offense, Minnesota would go. This would be on 3-point shots. It would be 89%. So it would be no. I'm going to go through the numbers. It would be 11 of 34. So they'll go 11 of 34 on 3-point shots in the game. So they'll go 11 of 34. So, and also the free throws, they will go 14 of 20. So they'll go 14 of 20, but the Pelicans will go 17 of 24 in games for 71%. So that's just the situation. Now the rebounding aspects, Pelicans would get 11 rebounds on offense, but defense, they would give up only 8 offensive rebounds. So that's something right there. Now, Minnesota would average 11.1 rebounds on offensive rebounds. And they would give up, let's see, 33. So that would be 33.5 for the Minnesota. So they would have averaged 33 on defense. So that's something right there. So I look at it this way. I think this game tonight, look, if Pelicans can come out on the short end and kind of win this game and not turn over the ball and not just absolutely just give the ball back to them and give them points off of turnovers, I think they can win this game tonight. But if Minnesota starts shooting and start getting consistent baskets, then you're going to have a problem. So I say this game is going to be a very high-scoring affair between Minnesota and New Orleans Pelicans. I mean, I think it's going to probably be maybe a 4 to 6 point game, to say the least. But it might be a little higher and it might be a little lower in the first half. So once again, Pelicans are favorite in this game. Let's see who's favorite. Look at the spreads. Let's see where who's favorite. Okay, I'm going to give you those numbers. Okay, it is going. The lines right now is going to be Minnesota. It's a 7-point underdog. So right now they're a 7-point underdog. Pelicans are favorite in this game. So I'd say take it as it is, because I'll be honest with you, you're not going to get those many opportunities. So it's 8-point for the Pelicans right now. So it's 8 points across the board. So I'd say 8-point across the board. I think it's going to probably be maybe a closer game or something like that. So that is what I'm talking about. So we will once again we'll end this, and we'll give you a scoreboard update. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a scoreboard update on games going on. I'm going to give you a scoreboard update as of right now. So we'll go through the college basketball games as we speak. Okay, let's go through the college basketball games. Okay, once again, scoreboard update. It is Oklahoma on top 29-26. Also, it is Chattanooga on top 37-34. Also, it is Toledo on top 36-31. Also, Northeast on top 32-29. That's in Colonial Athletic Conference play. Also, Indiana Purdue is down 41-27 to Wright State. Also, Loyola Maryland down 39-32. Also, in ACC play, Virginia Tech on top 30-29. Also, Creighton on top 23-13. Also, Auburn is on top 43-30. That's in the first half. That game's going on. 2:34 remaining in that game. Also, Houston on top 34-19 against Temple. Also, it is George Mason on top 13-7. That game's going on right now. Other games going on later on this evening at the 12 noon hour. Arkansas and Vanderbilt will play at 12 noon. So going through all the scroll down, you'll see it. Also, LSU will play at 5 p.m. Later on this evening, taking on Kentucky. So that will be a 5 p.m. game. So we'll just, that's scores from covers.com. We'll come back to the scoreboard update in just a second. So let's go over some news headlines. I'm going to break down some news for you. On ESPN, we'll go through some news headlines. Okay, let's go through some news headlines. Okay, once again, Columbus Blue Jacks sent Pierre Lou Dobis to the Winnipeg Jets for Patrick Lane and swap for the Scrunt Stars. So it looks like they're going to be there's going to be some trades going on between Columbus Blue Jacks. So it looks like they're going to be trading some players. So that's going on right now as we speak. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. That's ESPN.com. Okay, Brooklyn Nets defense trumped by Cleveland Cavaliers in 2 humbling losses. So look like Kyrie Irving talking about the game. So I'm going to hear what he had to say.
The luxury of being in a great business such as this, and I say that very sarcastically. But I'm grateful to be a teammate with you guys, and we continue to develop, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
We were very good at scoring. We got to round up some stops, and once we get that going, then we'll be elite on both ends of the ball. But right now, our problem is defense.
Just showing up to the gym is not good enough. We're playing people that I think are excited to play and compete against our team, and they're going to bring it every night, and we have to match that. So that would be my main overall.
Yeah, they lost last night, 125-113. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, they was just getting destroyed by the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, look, the 3 guys, Urban, Durant, and Harden, look, I think it's going to work out. But the truth of the matter is they was getting destroyed last night. Scoring was the issue for the Nets. Without Kevin Durant, sat out after playing over 50 minutes. So it looks like that was just something right there. This was James Harden's excerpt. There's a lot of points in the paint. That's something right there they have to stop doing, is giving up points in the paint when it comes down to it in those games. So I like to see these three guys succeed. Harden, Irvin, and Durant. I would love to see these guys succeed. But look, when you give up points in the paint like that, that's just absolutely a lot of trouble when it comes down to it. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. That's ESPN.com. So if you want to come on video chat with us, come through the StreamYard links. We will appreciate you coming in. Okay, Houston Texans quarterback Josh McCown looks like he's interviewing for the job for the Houston Texans. So it looks like I think if you get a quarterback that knows the game and stuff like that, I think it'd be a very beneficial thing for the Houston Texans. So I think that's once again, this is from Sarah Borshop. Reach her at ESPN. That's ESPN.com. So let's go to this. Okay. Uwike Yanandez agreed to a 2-year deal worth $14 million. It's the player that played with the LA Dodgers. So it looks like he's going to the Boston Red Sox. A 2-year deal. So it's Enrique Hernandez. So that's the young, and he hit the 2-run home in the so he's from the World Series champions. So he was hitting 240 in his career. He also had on-base percentage of 313 and a slugging percentage of 425. So that's so I think it's a good deal. I think it's an excellent deal for the Boston Red Sox to get Hernandez play for their team. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, Matt Patricia returns to New England to assist Bill Belichick's staff. So it looks like he is going to be back on the New England Patriots. So he comes back. He was an assistant with Bill Belichick from 2004 to 2017. Detroit went 13. He went to Detroit. They went 13-29. So I think once again he returns where he first started. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. That's ESPN.com. And see what's happening on here. Okay. Tampa Bay's Ryan Jensen is the game's best center. So, and one of the most relentless players. So that's what they're talking about. So that's from Tim Keown. That's Keown. Follow him at ESPN. Pretty good article about Ryan Jensen. So we'll scroll down. So this is what they're talking about. This is the article we're showing you. If you want to comment about this, if you're a Tampa Bay Bucks fan, just come on down. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, 29-28, Kansas on down to Oklahoma. That's in the first half, so it's a halftime score in college basketball. So we'll give you some other scores. It is Auburn on top 55-40. Now it's 57-42. Virginia Tech is down 40-34. Creighton is on top 25-17. And Houston on top 36-21 at halftime. So also tonight, the big fight in UFC 257, Conor McGregor comes back to take on Dustin Poirier, if I'm saying his name right. Dustin Poirier. This is going to be a good fight tonight. That's going to be on ESPN Plus. If you have ESPN Plus, you'll be able to access it. Also, soccer going on right now in the English FA Cup. Manchester City and Chasem scoreless. That's scoreless in that game. Also, other games going on. Milan down 1-0. That's in the Italian league. Also, Inter Milan and Udinese tied up no score. Other game is Hertford down 1-0 to Bremen. That's in the German league action. And also Italian league games later on this evening. Croto taking on Fiorentina. If I'm saying it, I mean, I can't pronounce these names, but that's okay. Soccer action going on. Also in the NHL, one game going on in the afternoon. Blue Jacks taking on Lightning, and Kings taking on Blues. That'll be later on this evening. That'll be on ESPN Plus as well. Also, so let's see what else is going on. Okay, the Mexican leagues will be playing later on this evening. One at 12:30, one Monday at 9:30. That's 8:30 Eastern. Also, tomorrow we'll have the AFC Championship game on Sportscaster, Chiefs and Bills. That'll be at 5:40 Central Time. We'll have the game for you. Also, the NFC will begin at 2:05 Central Time tomorrow. So we'll go through some more. Let's move along and go through some more sports. So we're at 48 minutes here. So if you want to comment about anything, about anything in the world of sports, please come on down. Once again, YouTube, Twitter, and Sportscast. If you want to do that, if you got any comments about anything we talked about, or if you got anything talk about in the world of sports, you can comment to me right there. Also, you can come on as a guest on the video chat, which is StreamYard. Go through the StreamYard links. We will glad to have you. So let me get this off the screen. We'll go over some Twitters. And we'll go through some Twitters as we go. I'm going to pull this up on my screen, the Twitter feeds. Okay, once again, FL teams. Let's put this up on the screen. Okay, this is from Jimmy Ott. Sharif Cooper is legit. 10 assists, 9 points, 5 boards, and 2 block shots. So it looks like he's talking about that game. So follow Jimmy Ott at 104.5. He also has a show just like I do He's on the social media platforms just like I am. Okay, let's put this up. Okay, once again, this is from Ed Daniels, Tulane Greenway football announces. In addition, former running back Devin Brumfield to his roster as a graduate transfer. Looks like he is going to be coming to Tulane. That's good. I'm glad to see that happening in a nutshell. So once again, this is from Ed Daniels. Follow him at WGNO Sports. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, prep baseball reports, Saturday Bobs. So, okay, once again, tonight, the big game between Boston and LA. That's going to be later on this evening at 7:30. LeBron James also for the win. Has Hank Aaron tributes talking about Hank Aaron and his beneficial and his benefactor to the facing racism and stuff like that in his day and stuff like that, and also playing baseball as a legend. So I'll be honest with you, I think Hank Aaron was the epitome of every. So okay, pitchers may come to define the D-backs system in the coming years. So this is a podcast. Once again, follow them at Baseball America. That's Baseball America. Okay, what else we'll talk about? Okay, once again, basketball last night, Morgan City and Assumption basketball. Let's see, Kansas City Chiefs. They have a preview against the Buffalo Bills tomorrow. Okay, this is from SNY, NFL analyst Booger McFarland talking about the lack of black NFL coaches. This is bigger than sports. So that's one of their key programs. Okay, once again, this is from Fox Sports Cleveland, new member of the Cleveland Indians. Discusses trade, so it looks like he is. This is the Cleveland Indians station. So let's see what else we'll talk about. Okay, this is Wrestling Talk. NXT star seemingly wants to face Sasha Banks in an intergender match. So it looks like that's probably going to happen between Sasha Banks and whoever that is that's going to fight Sasha Banks. So I'll be honest with you. I think it'll be a good match between whoever fights Sasha Banks in those situations. So once again, this is from Wrestling Talk. Go to Wrestling Talk TV. Also, let's see what else we'll discuss. So I'm going to have to scroll a little bit better. Okay, once again, LSU gymnastics last night. So this is photos from the LSU gymnastics matchups. That's the assistant coach talking to one of the gymnasts. LSU did score. They did beat Georgia last night in their match. That was last night. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. All right, let's see. We're going to scroll down. Okay, let's see. Let's put this up on the screen. Okay, we signed Alex Lynn and Jordan Bell. So it looks like the Washington Wizards signed those two individuals. So that's from the Washington Wizards. Follow them at the Washington Wizards. Let's look at this. Okay, Deadspin talking about Hank Aaron. Also, Nichols will play UNO today. There will be UNO and Nichols. That'll be later on this evening. That will be on. That will be at 5 p.m. So that'll be in Thibodeau. So Nichols and UNO will play. See what else we'll discuss. Okay, Dave Show's talking about South Alabama's game last night. So let's see what else we'll talk about. Okay, once again, Denver Broncos lost a legend, so they did lose somebody. This is what they're talking about. Once again, this is from the Denver Broncos. Go to Denver Broncos. Okay, this is Chris Blair talking about later today, LSU will take on Kentucky. So that's what they're talking about. They telling you how to sync the games up. So this is what he tells you right here. How to do it. If you want to listen to the game on your from your radio to your TV, so you'll have it on your TV. The Chris Blair broadcast. You have to put your DVR on similar devices. Also, if you have a smartphone, Bluetooth speakers. Also, if your Bluetooth is capable, you'll be able to get it. Also, mute your TV audio and pause the game on your DVR at open and kickoff, or any other specific play. Also, open the app and audio stream of your choice. So this is pretty good information right here. If you want, like I said, if you want to sync your games, that's how they tell you to do it. So it could, because like I said, it's best to listen to your local broadcasters, because look, these national broadcasters, I don't know about these national broadcasters. They're always yapping and stuff like that. And I know, and then they yap about stupid things and stuff like that. It's just like I said, it's never gonna it's a never ending story. So once again, that's from Chris Blair, the LSU voice. Giving you some information tips. Okay, high school basketball last night. Let's give you that recap. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to put that up on the screen for you. I'll share my screen, and we'll put that in. Okay, once again, area high school basketball report from Saturday, January 23rd. Okay, we'll give you some scores from these games. Okay, the scores from local high school basketball. Albany defeating Jules Sumner 27-24. Also, Shaw defeating Country Day 61-54. Bonneville defeating Riverside Academy 55-52. Also, Crescent City Christian winning 75-59. Also, Destrehan winning 73-70, and Donaldsonville winning 57-53. Fisher winning 64-55. French Settlement winning over Dole 68-66. Jesuit winning 60-51. John Curtis winning their game 63-37. Also, Carr winning their game 51-36. Kent winning their game 46-27. Laronza winning 43-41. Luxor winning their game 56-22. Morris Shep winning their game 82-70. Northway Christian winning their game 72-56. And Riverdale winning their game 69-55. Also, St. Helena winning 70-52 over Amite. And let's see, St. Paul winning their game 58-43, and Bonneville winning their game 59-27. So it was games going on last night in high school basketball. Once again, Ken Trahan writes about that. He also is with Crescent City Sports, so please give him a follow. So we'll wrap it up in a second. We'll give you one more tweet and we'll wrap it up in a second. So this is, let's go over some Big Ten pass rushers. That's the highest graded Big Ten pass rushers. Nick Bosa, Carter Coughlin, Chase Young, and also Jonathan Cooper with Ohio State. So 3 Ohio State players were the highest graded pass rushers in the Big Ten. So once again, this is from PFF College, following them at PFF College. And we will wrap it up. Okay, Blockbuster deals. This is what they're talking about. This is Blockbuster Alert. Pierre, Lou Dubos, and also Patrick Lane, number 29, is going to be going to the they acquired Patrick Lane and Jack Raslovich, Jack Raslovich. So also Ottawa had Pierre Lou Dubos. So he's a third and also a third round pick. So good, excellent deal. So once again, this is from the NHL. Follow them at NHL.com. That's NHL.com. Also, this is awful announcements. Let's see. ESPN planning primetime Kobe tribute on Sunday, 1 year after his death. I think it's very presentable to have I think it's wonderful to have a tribute to Kobe Bryant, what he did for the NBA and stuff like that. So that will be Sunday. That's a tribute to Kobe Bryant. So let's go ahead and wrap this up for today, and we'll come back later. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk. We will be back later for New Orleans Pelicans and Minnesota Timberwolves. It'll be at 7 p.m. We'll have that game for you on Sportscaster only. If you want to come in through co-host, just please register your get account with Sportscaster, and you can come on down and you can join the conversation, stuff like that. We will be live on Sportscaster for that. If it does change, we'll be here on StreamYard, but we will be on Sportscaster. So once again, like, share, and follow us at Facebook.com. That's Facebook.com/Kerry.wehmeyer.75. We're also on Twitter at Talk Kerry. Also, we're also on the YouTube channel. We'll be on there through this week, so we'll be on there through this week. Also, you can follow us on the Sports Talk page, which is on Tumblr. Follow us there. Also, you can follow us on the official flagship of Sports Talk, and also play-by-play coverage of LSU Tulane Saints, many more. That is sportscaster.com/KLW. Just come on down. We'll let you come in. We do games with video and stuff like that. We do not do games with no regular commentary. We do games with videos. So also follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Sports Talk on Instagram. Follow us on the Skypes. Also follow us on the LinkedIn pages that we have. Also follow us on the Blogspots. That's blogspot.com. That's the address on the screen. So once again, thanks for joining us today. I know we don't get that many viewers. We do get them on Sportscasters, so that's once again, that's fine with me. We're just multi-casting these broadcasts, but the flagship is Sportscaster for Sports Talk. So everybody have a good rest of your Saturday, and we'll be back later on Sportscaster for Pelicans and Minnesota.